A while back, I did a video completing the entire Bounty Hunter collection set of Pops. And that was seriously a lot of fun. So when I saw that Funko was making a Jabba Skiff set, I knew I wanted to complete that one as well. And well, I was able to get the last two pieces that I need for the set. But before we unbox those, I want to take a look at the rest of them. Starting with the first one that released in the set. This is the Jabba Skiff Luke Skywalker. And before I crack him out of the box, if you guys want to take a look on the back, there are 6 in the set total, and you can only see the one so far because this is the only one that had been announced at the time. And I've got to say, I am really enjoying how Funko does this, where they give you like a bit of a teaser for what's to come. Alrighty, so here it is, and as you can see, there are some pieces on the side to actually connect it to the next one, and I feel like as a standalone Pop, it's still pretty fun. I'm also enjoying how he looks with the lightsaber, and this is a new head sculpt for Luke Skywalker as well. I've never seen him with this kind of like hair blowing in the wind look. It's really cool they went above and beyond with it and didn't just give us like an old Luke Skywalker head we've seen in the past with kind of like a super smooth hair. But anyways, everybody, the next figure that we've got here is Chewbacca. Take a look at this one, a really nice pop. And also on the back side here, you may notice that there are 2 in the set now at this point. Oh, and something that I didn't talk about with the Luke Skywalker, but I figure I might as well show you on at least one of the characters, is that they actually have a back card that makes it look like they're on Tatooine. Now, here is Chewbacca. Very, very similar to Luke Skywalker, where it looks like he's blowing in the wind, not the fact that Luke isn't a Wookiee. I think you guys knew what I meant, though. And now what kind of bummed me out when I first bought these is that I thought they were actually going to connect together, but if you take a look here, you'll notice they don't. There's a figure that's missing in between. But something that I do find really cool about the Chewbacca is that they put him on the end, so the skiff looks a little bit different than just like a cutout piece in the middle. You're actually getting kind of that part that you would walk on in Lego Star Wars, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, let's get on to figure number 3, which is Han Solo. Actually, now that I think about it, one of the more recent ones that I picked up, but no, I guess I did purchase them all pretty much in order. I think the only 2 that I wouldn't have were these ones here, where I actually got them at the exact same time, but Han Solo would have been the 3rd one that I found, and if you take a look on the back, he's also the 3rd one in the set. And now I'm hoping with Han Solo, I can put him right in the middle and connect them together, but if I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what goes where. And so I'll slot him here for now, and let's see if this actually works. Okay, hold on everybody. He is... That's it! Okay, this looks great, and I wonder if they sold the Han Solo one after the Luke Skywalker, so you would want to buy more of them, but if I'm going to be honest, as soon as I got the Luke and Chewbacca, I knew I wanted to finish off this set. And I gotta say, this is looking great. The 3 of them together seriously are amazing, and taking a look at Han Solo a little bit closer up, there's just some really cool stuff going on. Because it looks like he has just come out of the carbonite. It is so cool how they made it look like he's a little bit disheveled, and I think it has to do with his hair. He also has that metal rod / weapon in his hand, which I believe is the only time we've ever got him like this as a Pop. And so anyway, let me put all these guys back together, and then we will get on to the 4th one in the set, which is actually going to be the Skiff Guard Lando Calrissian. Check this one out. And again, very similar to all of the other ones. If you guys want to take a look on the back, it is the 4th one in the set. Oh, and something that I want to mention, and maybe you guys noticed it already, is that the first 2 that I picked up, I actually did get them over at Target, which is where they were originally exclusive to. But here in Canada, we don't have Target. So the other ones I've actually been picking up over at GameStop Canada, and that's why these ones here have the special edition sticker, not the Target one. But anyway, let's crack this open and find out exactly where Lando Calrissian sits, and I'm thinking it's gonna be next to Luke, but I'm not sure. Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, so I'm noticing something a little bit different here. The Luke Skywalker side, he's got one sticking out and one sticking in, and if you look here, well, Lando does not have that. And so I guess it's gonna be one of the new ones that's actually gonna go next to Luke, and I'm not sure who that is yet, but still pretty exciting. But before we get on to them, if you guys want to take a look at the Lando Calrissian a little bit closer up, this is a really cool one because we did, I believe, get a version of a Jabba's guard with this helmet on. I'm just kind of blanking on when it would have released. But I swear I've seen this helmet on another Pop. I'm just not sure when. Anyways, I'll pop it on the screen if there is one. No pun intended. I'm sure there is, though. And anyways, this version of Lando Calrissian is a really cool one. And I like how they captured such a random scene in the movies, but seriously a pivotal one. Because because it really is a lot of the movie going on right here. And even more when I get into the rest of the figures. And the next one that we're going to be taking a look at here is this one. Okay, it's Jabba's Skiff Nikto, I believe is how you pronounce it. Or maybe it's Nikto. Anyways, it's one of the Skiff guards. And if you guys want to take a look at him, this is a sick one as well. And if you take a look on the back, it is the 5th one in the set. But now, everybody, it is time to actually pop this out of the box. And I feel like, oh, you know what? Maybe this is where I've seen a similar helmet before. But no, I swear this is another character. Maybe from Boba Fett? Doesn't really matter. But what does matter is that the back of this ship looks crazy. It's got like the thrusters here that you can see. And let me show you guys what I'm talking about. There is just some great detail here, especially with whatever these are on the sides. I guess they're kind of like fins? I mean, it's a ship. That's gotta be what it is. And honestly, this character, for it being the first time we've ever seen him, really is an interesting one. Because he's got the horns on his face, but then also like some sort of horns coming out of the top of their helmet. And then I also really like some of these smaller metallic accents, especially with the blaster there. And I believe, if I'm correct here, these two should connect together. Yeah, they do. And so that is a pretty cool kind of like set of two. And I guess it makes sense that Lando's at the end here next to the other Skiff guard because he's pretending to be a Skiff guard. And so there we are, guys. So far we have 5 out of the 6. But of course, we are missing one character that is pretty prominent in the scene. He also gets most of his speaking lines here as well. And if you guys want to take a look at him, it is the, ooh, almost dropped him, Boba Fett. Oh, and by the way, for anybody wondering, I was getting these for $44.99 here in Canada, which I think is a little bit higher, but with conversion rate, it's not that bad. And so there we are, everybody, the Jabba Skiff Boba Fett. And again, if you guys want to take a look on the back, that is the entire set complete. I mean, sure, I have all 6, but we haven't put all 6 together yet, and that's what we need to do. I want to see what Boba Fett looks like in the middle of this thing. This looks great, especially because you can see Boba Fett is kind of like in the air there with his jetpack, and the way that they've got it kind of like in the skiff, I don't exactly know how to explain it, but like the smoke and fire is kind of like going above that kind of like bump in the middle. It really looks like he's on there. Or like just off of it, you know what I mean? Kind of like hovering in the air. And now I want to put this thing together. Okay, oops, sorry Luke, didn't mean to move you over there, but that is the 3 of them connected. And then, ooh, there it is! I mean, come on, everybody. This thing looks amazing, and I'm so glad that I was able to complete it relatively quickly. I believe they've kind of been releasing them maybe over the last... Actually, no, maybe it wasn't so relatively quickly. But here's the thing. They were releasing slower in the States, but here in Canada, I was kind of getting them like once a month over at GameStop. It was kind of nice. Now that I say this, actually, I feel like if you've been picking them up from Target, it's probably been like over a year if you've wanted to complete the entire thing. But it's nice to space it out a little bit so you don't have to break the bank buying like, you know, 6 characters that are $30 all at once. Or if it was here in Canada, $50 all at once, a little bit crazier. And now, I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of hoping that I could do this in a bit of like a fun way where I connect a bunch of the other characters together like this to make like a smaller skiff, but it doesn't seem like I can because every single one of them has a different kind of bump to put it together, which does kind of suck a little bit. I wish that they were all the same and then you could kind of like mix and match them around, but I understand that Funko wanted to make it, you know, a more cohesive ship and also kind of have like a bit of a, you know, it kind of curves in a little bit for the Lando one, so it looks nicer when it's complete. But anyways, everybody, that is going to do it for today, and I hope that you guys did enjoy, and let me know in the comment section below if you've picked up any of the Build-A-Scene sets from Funko. And if so, which ones do you own? Because there are a lot of different ones, like the Spider-Man set, which I'm still working on, the Bounty Hunter collection, as well as some of the trains they've done in the past. And I think this one here, at the moment, is probably one of my favorites. I mean, the Spider-Man one is also amazing, and I'm working on that still, and if you guys want to see a video on that, please let me know. But anyways, everybody, I'll see you tomorrow!